Hello there, I'm Sarah Venza. You typically may have heard of me from Fable 1 speedrunning, but today I'm going to be doing Fable 2.
Who is the hero of our tale? Then let her destiny unfold.
Alright, so... this run is quite a bit different from Fable 1 in that movement is in both simpler but also more complicated at the same time. I'll get into that as it comes up, but
Oh, what was that?
yeah, we start off with the typical little Fable childhood tutorial.
I hear that's lucky. Like finding a four-leaf clover. Although I think I prefer the clover. Oh, look, little sparrow.
Is the music currently bugged out? It might be bugged out.
Snow.
But,
Imagine the grand dynamo.
yeah, this is basically actually an
Lord
escort
Luthor's
quest
having
in
roast
disguise,
breakfast time of
because
But he must be really lonely since his wife and his
basically
little
we're
boy
going to have a whole bunch of
died. In that
tasks,
big
little
castle, all
odd
by
jobs to
himself.
do in order to get ourselves some gold, in order to buy a music box from this trader Murgo. And really the key to
What is
doing that
going on
quickly
over
is making sure that Rose here is where she needs to be in order to start her dialogues. Very quickly just turn tutorials off because they are kind of slow and a little annoying.
You look hungry. Have you reconsidered my offer?
Ladies and gentlemen,
So yes, this is the mystical Murgo.
traveled the land, accumulating
Or
one
Murgo, if you like.
which I now offer to you for the modest price of 5 gold.
Anyone who gets too close.
Consider
Yeah, so that was a little bit of a simple demonstration of movement. That's basically kind of what it should look like throughout the majority of the run, but there's going to be a whole bunch of additives,
I'll take it.
little bunch of bunch of hidden mechanics
The magic only works if you look at it in complete darkness.
that really aren't obvious unless you're looking out
Now
for them.
This is truly a marvel. This small, unassuming box is actually a device created by the ancients.
So,
By the old
I should talk
rulers
about the version of the game that I'm playing on. So this is the unpatched version. Like, if you were to get a limited collector's edition copy of the game, this is basically like
thing as magic.
the first print patch, essentially. So like 1.0.
We live in grim times
If
indeed.
that were actually
The
an
young,
accurate
the world
number.
weary
We're not
believe
too
in
sure,
magic.
I don't think, on actual
Most
version
children
numbers.
our age believe
But
eagerly.
you can think of it as a
I
1.0
can see your
speedrun.
eyes are bad, but I'm telling you, that
So what
music
makes it
box is
different from
rubbish.
the current patch
That's what the seller thinks.
is the fact
He
that
has no idea what he's done
in this
before.
version of the game,
But you have an inkling. don't you?
or just in the game in
Some
general,
part of you
rather,
wants to believe it's
when you buy houses, you can gain bonuses from sleeping in their
Really think
beds.
it could be.
So this also carried out, like, this had an effect on experience, affecting houses such as the Speed House or the House of Might
At
in
the end of that week,
Bowerstone
you
Market,
and your little
or
sparrow
not
will be
Market,
no
Old
closer
Town
to
rather.
your dream, no closer to the inside of that beautiful castle.
And so we're going to be utilizing that to basically infinitely
Yeah, we could get
refund
5 gold
one of our
pieces.
attributes.
And maybe this could be a way out of here after all.
It's
What is
going to be
that to lose, little
pretty
fella?
busted,
Come
and
on.
you'll see that when we get there. But now we finally get to actually have some amount of free movement here in
Come here a minute.
Old Town. And now we can get maybe unlucky with Rose's
Hello,
positioning.
Lose something?
Because, like, you can influence positions, but you can't directly control them.
But for now, let's
Astonish your
find some more money.
friends and relatives with a lifelike instant image.
There is a potential random time save there with Barnum if he doesn't turn around and say that astonish your friends and relatives with a lifelike instant image line. You can just apparently not say that, and it'll save 3 seconds. This, you just want to pick the animation that's the fastest.
Andres, this thing's going to be more popular than that box.
And then once the screen is faded out, we're going to be tapping right for a second, getting blocked by Rose in the process. Also tapping the left bumper once,
What's the matter?
because that essentially resets our facing. Or no, we did. We reset our facing, and then we just
What's it to you?
centered the camera back to where we were actually facing. So you can think of it that way.
Girl. Yeah, and now I'm gonna hit another one.
Shout out to that adult NPC just watching these kids have a freaking brawl in the middle of Old Town.
Ah! Stop it! Let me alone, you nutter!
Alright, and now there's going to be also times where I'm going to be not looking at the game. This is to basically help with NPC pathfinding. They seem to do a whole lot better when you're not looking at them the entire time. So, yeah. While Rose is talking over there, we have the freedom to go ahead and pick up these 3 warrants that are on the ground here. And then we also have time to get over to Balthazar here for his little mini quest. So yeah, because there's just so much talking going on, it's a bit tricky to optimize this section of the game, but there are optimizations present for sure.
You need help with something?
Shoot the beetles. Shoot to kill. And while you're
Really, I think
breaking
the only
their hateful little heads open,
the only thing you can really do with this
break any of
quest,
my
or
stuff.
this mini quest in particular, is to just make sure you don't miss your shots.
Hey, kid.
Mr. The nickname's behalf.
Oh, crap. Do you know what I had to do?
It might be possible to like
I'll remember this.
manipulate the voice lines a bit better, but I'm pretty sure this is just the same thing that World Record does. So.
Hey, look at that, Betty. 2 seconds.
Also, one of the biggest gotchas that I've learned about in picking up Fable 2 as a speedrun is the fact that you actually have to be careful about how you skip dialogue,
Came by all this stuff.
because
Let's find this magpie.
there are going to be times where you can actually skip dialogue too early, and then you'll just have to, you'll, quote, skip it, end quote, but you won't actually skip it, so you have to sit and listen through the entirety of the voice line, or voice lines.
the wine.
It's really annoying.
No, don't! Give it to me!
Hold it. There's some paper in the bottle. I think this is yours.
I used to be in.
So, yeah, Fable 2 isn't exactly as go as Fable 1 is, shown to be as far as speedrunnings are concerned.
Stop
And it's
right
also
there.
a fair bit less action-oriented,
Have you found
especially
them?
what with the lack of rolling for, constant rolling, constant assassin rush, and all that stuff.
That should sort out.
So here's another case of me not looking at the gameplay happening. Because Deirdre can take an obnoxiously long time to actually get outside onto the balcony
Belinda. And clean those floors.
and say her, "You again."
No good delinquent Monty.
What's the matter with you?
I was a bit early on that A button press. So now, unfortunately, we have to hear just a little bit more of James Corden. Ugh. Anywho. So yes, again, this is another instance of me not looking at, it's to make sure that Deirdre isn't, being rendered behind the door,
What do you want?
or to help maybe make sure that she's
We've got a letter.
not being rendered behind the door.
Go for the post.
And then, oh, this is
Well,
unfortunate.
Why didn't you just say so?
Linda just had to...
Come on,
Rose, no! Why?
Have to go.
So that was just a little double dose of misfortune because Belinda decided to stand up, and so I needed to wait for her animation to finish before I could actually make any progress on the A button hold. And then Rose actually bumped into me and canceled it altogether, which is a thing that can happen. So you need to be aware of your position as well as NPC's positions.
Let's go make our wish, little sparrow.
Especially when you're doing those A button holds.
I wish. I wish. But where did it go?
And now we have a little bit of time to kill, because the next the trigger to perform the like start the next part of the game is to actually sleep in our little bed mat, but we can't do that until Rose has finished a certain number of voice lines. Specifically that one, I think, is yeah, that one.
For you?
Bork.
All right,
Bork.
fine. Welcome to our little paradise.
All right, settle down. There's a nice, angry, stray dog.
Quiet, boy. What do you want?
I work for Lord Lucian, miss, and he would very much like to see you in his castle. I've been sent to collect you.
Also, according to Darklight Boko, you can actually move during the black screen there,
Did work.
and
Our wish came true.
actually end up soft locking your game because the
little
game just
sparrow,
doesn't know how to
wake
handle
up.
you not being in or like on the bed mat.
It's all right, doggy. We're going to Lord Lucian's castle. I'll come back for you. I promise.
Rose out here making promises she won't be able to keep, and just bump into the wall here to kind of cancel my movement a little bit, and then also be able to start the A button hold a little bit sooner. It unfortunately doesn't cancel your movement as well as, say,
Evening, Jeeves.
bumping
Here are the
into
children
literally
both
any
can
surface in
ask
Fable 1, but it does help a little bit.
Hello, young ladies.
And so this is just a
Hello, sir.
whole little, like,
If you'd follow me, please.
it's basically an
We
interactive
look up at
cutscene
this
where you
castle
get to
every
do,
day
like,
and think
hardly
it's
anything.
nice. We
You just
both
get to
do.
do silly things like
But inside,
walk in
it's
circles.
even more beautiful than I imagined.
or try and make yourself invisible to the camera. Where'd Sparrow go? Oh, there she is. Okay. And then you can also do this, maybe do this thing with Garth here in trying to stop him. It's like a little mini game of sorts to us Fable II runners.
Been in there since the tragic deaths of Lady Fairfax.
And if you're lucky and you can stop, if you can stop him and you're lucky, rather, he can and try to intimidate you by shooting a little bit of lightning from his fingies.
He's in there working all hours doing research.
What does he research?
On history, mostly. Lord Lucian is quite keen on antiquities of all sorts, but he's chiefly interested in things relating to the Old Kingdom.
There was a trader in Old Town who said his stuff was from the Old Kingdom.
Yes. I believe Lord Lucian...
And so yeah, this is yet another instance of me doing this thing
And we made a wish.
of not looking at the NPCs. Because Jeeves here can take a while to actually like get into position to open the door into Lucian's study here.
Lady Fairfax or Amelia.
And so this is to help mitigate that.
Here we are. Lord Lucian, the children are here.
There we go. Alright. And now I think we can actually just watch this one as normal, but what I usually like to do is just kind of keep it like in line with the rest of the section. I'm not sure if it makes any tangible difference, but
We were winding it up and made
we are
a
basically
mistake
in
and
an actual
started to
cutscene now.
burn. It disappeared.
After you used it?
Yes, my lord. The man who sold it to us said it was magic.
The box is of no interest to me. What's
So yeah,
remarkable
like I've been
is that
saying,
you
a lot
were
of this run is about
yours?
manipulating dialogue to make it go as quickly as possible.
Well, speak up. What did you wish for?
To live in a castle.
Which
Like
in some
this
cases is much easier said than done, because what we actually do is
Perhaps I
even
could do
overlap some voice lines
I'm working to rebuild
with into cutscenes
Working on
and
something wonderful,
such. It's
in which I need
weird,
Individuals with particular talents.
and that's gonna like
Let us
play a
find out if you
like
possess
big part of the first
Would you
skip that
kindly
we're gonna be
stand
trying to perform in the run,
Um,
which saves
I promise it won't hurt you.
quite an obnoxiously large amount of time. But we will get to that
What's that?
momentarily.
Nothing to worry about.
Let's see. I've already talked about the experience glitch that we're doing. Oh yeah, I also, you saw earlier, I utilized the second player controller. That's gonna come into play in a couple of like key fights. That one is like one of the simpler ones. But it is definitely still faster because you can only swing your little wooden sword so quickly.
my lord, what happened? What's that like?
Quiet!
And it's faster, obviously, to get all the 6 hits in if you have, you know, 2 swords being swung
What's
in
happening?
more rapid succession than just one. Because, thankfully,
No, wait! Don't!
for us speedrunners, I guess, the game doesn't, like, rebalance itself for having 2 players, you know, engaged in couch co-op and everything.
I can't allow you to live either.
So the second player controller,
sorry.
like just second player in general, is kind of busted for the speedrun. And we will definitely get to see just how so it can be a little bit later on. Probably like an hour or so into the run. Maybe like an hour 10, hour 15.
There you are. And your faithful friend, too.
So yeah, I'm
Many
just
years ago, I
positioning
promised I
myself
would
with
help
the
you avenge your
left
sister's
bumper.
death. That day has come. Today, you leave the safety of this camp and seek out Lucien. The journey will not be easy.
Also, yeah, because I'm in a cutscene, like, and I can't actually
There's a
move
chest
anywhere,
near your caravan.
game
I've
is
left a
like
few
not
things
sure
inside that
exactly
might
what to do
prove
with my
useful.
model.
Meet me by the gates when you're ready to leave.
Alright. So, now that we're an adult, we can run, like, Olympic, you know, athlete, Olympic runner levels of speed. And now we're going to turn safety off really quick so we can smash a section of that gate to make going to Teresa here just a little bit faster. We're going to wait until about then. Hear the gate open. We keep safety off, pull out our crossbow, shoot
Your
Teresa,
attacks will have no effect.
trigger this voice line, and then be able to escape the range of the cutscene, where you walk with her across slowly, very, very slowly, out of the gate, across that bridge, and over. Yep, it's just really slow. I feel like just about anybody who has played Fable 2 can probably tell you just how slow that cutscene is. And we're taking a quick little detour over here. Well, not it's a little bit of a deviation from the Golden Trail, of course, but Yeah, the that was a potion of life, and we're going to be selling that for some seed money after we do our first quest. After entering this here tomb. Which, the load screen is spoiling us and revealing the fact that it's the Chamber of Fate, but, you know.
Through the guild seal. You will need to jump into that hole to continue. Don't worry. The water at the bottom will break your fall.
So yeah, combat is very different. Well, it's similar to Fable 1, but also pretty different. In case you were wondering, yeah, we're just gonna try and do our best to run past the majority of, like, enemies that we come across in the open world. So yeah, you're also gonna be seeing me pull out my weapons while I'm running through, especially caves and the like. That's because, funny thing about pulling out your weapons while you're sprinting, it actually resets your movement speed to its, like, pretty much the top value that it can be. And there are patches of floor that slow you down, and so doing some weapon swapping here helps alleviate that slowdown. And especially like these really sharper corner turns. Alright, this bit of movement is probably one of the most tricky for me, but I got through it just fine. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be like a little bit more weapon swap movement going on after this to her door.
Beyond these broken doors.
All right, there we go.
Lies the hero's
So,
for centuries, this
another
academy
instance
trained
of
the supreme
reset
gifted
movement
sons
speed.
and
I've
daughters of
actually
our
like
land,
preserved
bound
a fair
together
bit of
by
my
the
sprinting
flame in their veins.
speed in order to get through, literally save like,
Now channel the experience you have
what, a
collected
7-second
into
voice
strength,
line
skill, or
from
will.
being triggered,
Strength
or like being
improves
allowed to
combat
play
with hand-to-hand
by
weapons.
getting to the
Skill
center
allows
of
you
the
to
Chamber
shoot
of Fate
faster and with
just
greater
that much
accuracy.
faster.
Will gives you control over the forces of magic. Before you is a color's gate. It reacts to the will of one who seeks to use it. You have not been able to use will yet, but the simple act of reaching this place has given you will experience. You need to learn a will ability to activate the color's gate.
So yeah, we're conveniently given just a little bit of experience, and a little bit of will experience, just enough to afford the spell Inferno.
Now you are ready to begin
And now,
your journey.
magic
Use
is
the color's
very
gate.
different from Fable 1 in that every spell basically has two modes. You have, you know, a area of effects sort of deal.
Use
You also
your
like
ability to defeat them.
you also have targeted
Make your way
or
to
aimed,
Milestone.
you can
I
call
will
it.
meet you there.
For Inferno, it does like a little circle with the non-aimed version, but if you aim it, it becomes a single target fireball. And I will touch a bit more on Inferno specifically a little bit later on. But yes, we are currently on our way to the city of town. I mean, Bowerstone. But unfortunately, the road to it has been blocked off
So, the road to Bowerstone
due
is
to the
closed.
bandit
It would
activity.
seem Thag has been capturing traders.
So
on their
yeah,
way
we
to
need to
the
kill
Golden Town.
go kill this bandit guy. Thag. I hasten to emphasize the THAG spelling.
At his camp near Bower Lake. Keep your wits about you. It may be a
Look
trap.
out! It's an ambush!
So yeah, we're just gonna be primarily using Inferno as its single target variant in this quest. That was an accident, but yeah. I'm just propping myself like up against the invisible wall that's currently here to like make sure I'm here for when he finally comes out of the door and be's the most Disney villain save for the actual antagonist. I'm gonna try and reposition myself here so he will continue strafing to the left. Ideally leaving us alone, but...
You are now famous enough to use the
Alright.
expression. Meet me in Bowerstone Market by the clock tower. There is something you must see.
And that's the song I'm working on. It's, well, it's my first one. I'm
No.
just starting out. Listen to this.
So I got kind of unlucky there with that particular trader's price that they were willing to pay me for my potion of life, so I'm going to instead hope that the alchemist is here. He is not. Where is the alchemist? Here he is. Come here, mate. Come here. Let me talk to you. Much better. Okay. Now that we've sold that, we can trigger the market square to raise a cutscene, or dialogue here, the event trigger. And this actually, along with being, part of the quest, it actually also triggers a consistent sale,
In the meantime,
which is
you should buy
useful
some
for
equipment
the
and prepare for
glitchless
challenges
run,
ahead. But you'll need money. If you need money, there
but
are jobs to
is
be found.
also
I believe the
useful
blacksmith has an opening.
for the unpatched run. Gonna just trophy grind for just a little bit there. Probably did one more than I really needed to, but it's okay. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And now we're going to go all the way down this trader's menu and buy everything that we can. Which actually turned out to be his entire stock. Okay, and then we're going to unlock the cemetery road, and then we're going to be utilizing the D-pad up button, context-sensitive button, to, fast travel ourselves back to the market square, as that was where our quest location area is. Quest location area? That's where our quest happens to be. So. I swear, sleeping in like in beds are so hard to do. Because like this game has a pretty laggy menu, so it wasn't exactly an upgrade from Fable 1 in that regard. This is a little bit better on series consoles and Xbox One, but on 360, which is the only console that you can do the unpatched run on, we're kind of stuck with the
events are moving quickly.
laggy menu buttons and all that stuff.
Think about your life. All the places you've been, the people you've known, everything you've done.
So yeah,
How many memories?
since there was that sale going on,
Dragons,
we had to sleep
they had
for
just as many.
2 weeks.
And now they have none. Because of
And
you.
then we were
you
able
feel the
to
weight of
actually
responsibility?
sell those weapons
You
that we
will get used
bought
to the burden, as
for
all criminals
roughly 4,900 gold.
must. Come,
I've seen
The
it's
world
like
is
it
better
can be
off
like a
without
variance
them,
of like
and certainly Baron
4,700 to 5,100 depending
To
on what
really
you can
see the
buy,
impact of your actions, you need look no further than
and you know,
Barristan.
all that stuff.
It has changed much since you lived here.
So there
Particularly
is definitely
old time,
variance
where you
in
spent your
every
childhood.
run, but
Never forget that even the simplest choice can have far-reaching consequences.
there are some definite consistencies at the very least.
Look. That is where Lucian is now. The tattered spire.
And actually, this whole Bowerstone route is it's a rather new one. It's not used in the current world record,
And now the spire rises once again.
as it
by Lucian's
predates it by like 6 years.
Lucian found documents which foretold the coming of one who would stop him using the spire. That is why your sister died. And that is why you will face him. The cards have shown me this.
So I'm basically just standing kind of as comfortably far away from Teresa as I can, so that actually it doesn't matter so much in this run, but it's something I do out of habit because of the glitchless run. Ooh, not save. Yes, there we go. Old Town.
The road to Oakfield will be dangerous.
Alright, and because we got the fast travel to the Cemetery Road here in Bowerstone Old Town, we can actually just fast travel right to it, and also conveniently right next to the house that we're going to be buying and sleeping in. The house that we're going to be buying and sleeping in. So yeah, we just got a slight little buff to our physique. So in the patched version of the game, this doesn't show up as a actual bump
use
up
the
to
knowledge you've
your
gained.
actual, you know, experience-related attribute statistic. But in the 1.0 version, it does. And so because you've got this constant source of that one level, you can actually refund by it and then continuously refund it even more. I don't want blades. I did want time control though, so let's do that, and then raise dead. And then we need to sell the house. Yes, I'm sure I want to sell it, thank you. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway. But yes. That was a bit oofers, but that's okay. But yeah, now that we have our experience basically all sorted out, I'll like touch on the spells as they become kind of relevant. I guess with the exception of shock, like,
You are righteous and focused on the task at hand. That's good. We have no need of distractions.
no, I'll just touch on them when I actually start using them.
Charge them and you'll be outnumbered. Why not dispatch them from here with your crossbow?
So there isn't really a whole lot of movement slowing like floor tiles essentially on this map, thankfully. The like most likely thing to slow me down would be being body blocked by some of these bandits. And if I take like a really bad turn, get caught on a big
Remember
boulder
your
or
crossbow.
something.
This can be over before they know it.
You just slip right past these guys too. Go off to the edge of the bridge, mash A. Dive into the water.
Can you hear me in there? My son
His son Joey's in there. So yeah, while on our way to Oakfield, and through Rook Ridge, you know, we gotta go in through this hob cave.
I'd always heard.
So yeah, you're going to be seeing me doing a lot of weapon swaps throughout this cave. This is an unskippable cutscene, I'm pretty sure. It's our introduction to our terrifying toddlers. Because, yeah, that's Hobbs are children who get made into Hobbs by Hobbs.
That's Joey. I can hear him. I'm coming, son.
Gonna be not using any weapons quite yet because I need to vault off here, and having a weapon out makes the vaulting way slower.
Boy.
Good. I also need to be careful when I'm pulling out my bow to make sure I'm not potentially aiming at any enemies that are, like, way off to the side. Because, you know, if you stop and fire your weapon at whatever is in, you know, some direction that isn't forward, that's stopping your forward momentum.
Can we go back now? No, it's our job to cross it. But it's broken. No one can cross it.
And now we get to go to Oakfield, where we get to then be told that we will, we are not famous enough to help out this local monastery.
Didn't expect to see it.
Bet you didn't expect to hear the announcer from the X Factor today, did you? No, you might have. Conveniently, the Sand Goose, the inn right there, just got added to our map.
It owes its fertility to the extraordinary.
So we'll be able to fast travel to that in just a minute or two.
The monks of the Temple of
Run past all of these beetles, and by the like, it's kind of interesting how much more intimidating and actually kind of deadly the beetles are in Fable 2 compared to Fable 1. Because, like, in Fable 1, you had a very stingy hostility factor to them. Like, they were very rarely ever actually hostile. In the fact that, like,
sacred texts clearly say that only 2 monks may enter the cave.
they very rarely attack you. Because, like, you have to be, like, you kind of have to be moving towards them in order for them to actually hit you. Most of the time, they will just whiff.
Brothers, leave us.
But that's not the case with these beetles. These beetles are much more aggressive.
Heathen.
And they also have a pretty annoying projectile too, which really definitely annoyed the crap out of me when I was playing through the game the first time and going through the Crucible later.
You must gain the abbot's favor. Perhaps you can find a way to
So,
impress him
as
on
part of
trial.
our journey to garner more renown, we're going to be utilizing the Bard every so often, because that is basically, I won't say free, because you do have to pay 10 gold for every one that you do, but you're paying 10 gold for a bump in renown, so that's pretty good. So I think there we just get 30. And now we fast travel to A Bridge Too Far, which takes place in Rookridge. And this is also like going to contain a skip of sorts, because we are normally supposed to be chasing this guy Dash, who runs really fast, hence his name. But instead of doing that, we're actually just going to not trigger the cutscene where he begins his run and goes like really, really far away from you down a very annoyingly long and winding path. Instead, we're just going to charge up a max shock to make quick work of his lackeys. And then we are going to stop right there and then use our dexterous style aiming
Well done.
to quickly dispatch Dash before he can do anything. And because we have max speed and max accuracy, that's, yeah, we were able to do that in like 4 shots as opposed to like 14 or 15, I think the glitchless run has right now. If you're not using the second player. Which technically I think has a stronger ranged weapon than you would have going into that quest normally. So before I get too in range of the Bard, I'm going to trophy grind here with the Fag's Head Trophy. And then pay the Bard, step up here to complete the A Bridge Too Far quest with Barnum. And then, because I've actually put the Bard's next line of dialogue on hold, I am actually going to be able to go right back down there, and then I'll be able to trophy grind with a new trophy. Which is nice, because you can only show people a trophy so many times and get renown from it.
Thanks to you, the way to Bowerstone is now open again.
Okay, so if I could just navigate my way down these stairs, that would be nice.
You've done it. Almost everyone in Oakfield has heard of you.
Okay.
Now you can go back to the Abbot.
And now we can just hit up on the D-pad and mash A to go to the Temple of Light.
It's you. I prayed for your return. I heard what you did in Rookridge.
He heard what we did in
I think it
Rookridge.
could be of great use to us.
He thinks we could be of great use to him.
Come, walk with me. Basically, go to the sacred cave and escort the monk to the wellspring of light. The cave is not far.
And because I seem to have a much easier time going to the ritual cave from the Sand Goose, and I'm pretty sure it's faster anyway, but it's a lot more direct of a path. That's the first time I've actually like gotten that menu instead of just pausing the cutscene. So that is a personal achievement for myself. Oh, right. So now I'm going to be using targeted time control here to basically act as Assassin Rush from the first game. And basically it just pushes me, like, it just warps me in whatever direction I'm aiming the spell in. So I can just do that, and it's not as effective, I guess, as Assassin Rush was. I'm not sure if it grants you iframes the way it did. And it also, the area of effect version of time control acts as slow time. With longer duration and much greater effect, you know, the higher its rank is and, you know, the longer you charge it for. And that also affects the distance that you can travel when you do the aim version, but really the most effective aim version is kind of just going to be the level 1, because you can actually just spam that.
This one's the first.
So yeah, this whole quest is basically just going to be trying to make sure Hammer is, sorry, Sister Hannah, as she is currently known, is actually where she also needs to be, and also isn't, hopefully, anyway, not getting caught on bits of collision within, you know, where her path is supposed to take her. And she'll only move, like, so fast, so it's, like, you can't also get too far ahead of her and she'll just get lost.
Take both of us to get the water flowing.
And I'm just staying over here to help keep the dog out of Hammer's way, because
I stand here, so
some of these corridors and
you need to stand
like bits of walkable ground are really
right, there it goes.
they can really throw her off.
Oh yeah.
And so can the
I can feel
dog.
this thing getting even heavier. That's nice, that is.
I've actually
So far, this
had
isn't too bad.
the dog
Couple of
very
steep
nearly
bits, but
cost
that's
me
it.
a Theresa skip before.
I really hope they find someone else to do this next time. Mind you, I'll be an old lady by then, so I'm probably off the hook. You know, this is probably going to be
So,
the
you know,
highlight
he's a
of
good
my
boy.
life.
Except for when he's
The day
not
I
as good a
carried
boy,
jug
but he's still a
through
good boy.
cave. Hardly epic poem stuff, is it? Did you hear something? No. Probably just my imagination. Don't talk much, do you? Right, I reckon that's all the water we're going to get from this one.
So I'm gonna wait for her to basically start moving herself down those steps, and then I have the, like, go ahead and, well, go ahead. And we get introduced to the Hollow Men.
This is where you come in.
Oh, yeah, right. I need to actually, like, wait for her to
Water.
go through all these voice lines, with Bloody Hell being the last one. So yeah, I'm currently just using Shock, because that's just what my spells just have been defaulted to for the time being. And then switching to the crossbow when I have, you know, not enough to justify charging up a Shock for that long. So, I need to make sure that Sister Hannah's still following us just fine. She is. Wonderful. And we can make our way to the second door, second plate. Let's see. I guess I can touch on how some of these other spells work too. So I'm just gonna go charge up a higher level Inferno here to show you, like, how it, like, functions. So, you saw, like, it happened in, like, ripples of sorts, or, like, rings, with, like, each, you know, level charge giving it, more rings, basically. Those rings can be kind of problematic sometimes, because it can oftentimes cause Inferno to whiff. And this is also on top of a, these spells also do have a maximum number of targets per, you know, level and charge and stuff. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but there are limits. And so here, what I'm trying to do here is I'm basically just stalling, keeping these Hollow Men pinned down with a very weak shot from my crossbow. Well, weak for me. Not so weak for it.
Nice shot!
And yeah, it's because,
These suckers make good targets, huh?
they don't have a timer. Well, they do have a timer, but they don't spawn based solely on that timer. If there's still a previous wave of Hollow Men active,
Whoa, you never saw that coming.
you know, you won't get any more wisps coming down and spawning more Hollow Men.
Wow, that must have been painful. If they can feel pain. That was brutal. These buggers just don't care what you throw at them, do they?
Oh, dang it.
Oh, back to the central chamber then. Ha! Keep this up and we'll be through here in no time.
So, yeah, another case of not looking at the game because it can help the game actually go through itself a little bit faster. Hammer steps on the plate. Sorry, Sister Hannah. Dog runs through the lifted gate. Oh, oh gosh. I'm getting worried now. That's... Is he okay? What was with that sound? What have you got there?
Is it you? Is it you, boy? Quite a companion you've got. Remind me not to let him lick
I'll
you
just
again.
toss him a little heal. Just in case. Because, like, that yelp. My gosh.
Nice one. Hey, you don't have any spell to make this jug carry itself, do you? Oh, I reckon he's dead. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Wow, I've never seen someone do that before. That was really impressive. You can get out here, can't you?
Okay. So yeah, I think that was pretty self-explanatory, really. I was just using level 4 shock, or just, you know,
Really worried for a moment there.
a 4-charge
Well,
shock.
several moments.
I guess you could just call it level 4
Thank
shock.
you. You were brilliant. On we go then.
Because shock is doesn't have the whiffing properties or, you know, problem that Inferno does. Although it doesn't do all of its damage up front because you get like a high chance to like kind of stun the targets, but it's like intermittent as they're like still, you know, dealing with the aftershocks. Yeah. There was just another case of camera manipulation to make sure Brother Robin got into this cave as soon as he possibly freaking could.
He's holding him hostage at the temple. He's got a gun.
Because again, NPC pathfinding is oftentimes really, really janky.
Come on, we have to get to the temple.
And so is the
One of
camera
Lucian's agents
in
has come
forced
to the
like
temple.
bits
Go
like
after
this.
him.
So yeah, one of Lucien's men is at the temple. Wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that Hammer, well, again, sorry, Sister Hannah is actually a hero who's going to be calling herself Hammer, for reasons that we'll see, well, in just a little bit.
With our temple.
Father, are you okay?
He's one of Lucian's men.
Okay, we won't get to see it all, but
Like hell I am. You let him go before I break you in half. No!
I actually, like, sandbagged for content just a little bit there. And yeah, that's basically why she calls herself Hammer. Also nice hair.
Father! Stop him! You idiot! You stupid fool! I could have stopped him if I...
You know, if you think about it, the dog actually could have maybe helped a little.
I'm sorry, Father. Not that I broke my vow.
I'm
I'm sorry I
mate,
didn't
I'm not
wait
even
it
doing
sooner.
anything yet.
I never did fit in at this place. We both knew that. And now I'm making a new vow. Lucien will die for what he did to you. I won't break this one.
Sister Hannah, the blessing.
You do it.
As new life rises, so shall we. As the seed returns to the earth, so do we all.
Is that it then? My father's gone. The golden oak is flourishing again. So now life just goes on as before, does it?
Now I'm just doing this to look at the doggo. But, yeah.
The other monks may believe that, but your eyes have been opened.
Where did you come from? Who are you?
Someone who can tell you much about Lucien. Where he is, what his plans are, and how you can gain your revenge. If you will listen.
I want to know everything.
Then come with me, Sister Hannah.
Call me Hammer.
I've taken Hammer to the guild.
I should have been spamming ahead of time. That was a bit of an oopsie daisy. But that's okay.
You've done well, hero. You have gathered the first of the 3 heroes, and we are one step closer.
So this
to
is another
defeating
example
Lucian's
of
plans.
dialogue that you can skip way too soon.
It will take some time for Hammer to overcome her grief.
And this is actually a time where we have to teleport to a specific area because we don't have the quest location found yet. And going to this particular camp that we
And longer to explain
like
her role
started
in
from
Lucian's
here in
downfall.
Bower Lake is actually the
Perhaps this
fastest
would be a good time
way to get
upgrade
to
your equipment.
Brightwood.
I believe there is
At
a
the
sale
moment.
in Bowerstone. It may well be worth a visit.
It would be worth a visit if we were
Come back to the guild
doing
when you're ready.
the glitchless run. But in this run, because we have, like, we're basically set for gold already. Very conveniently. But I will be picking up a couple of other things just
Someone
for
or something is coming
just for
your
good
way.
measure.
I have never felt anything like it.
Actually, one of them is going to be opening a chest, like, in this specific map here. giant floating upside down pyramid looking thing. That doesn't look ominous. Those guys don't look intimidating.
Lucian's men are attacking. You must save Garth.
Excuse me, fellas. I need to get past you. I have a cutscene to trigger over here.
Never going back there. You hear me? You're wrong. You think I'm scared of you? You're a freak. You left too soon, Garth. Lord Lucian's experiment was a radical success. You are coming with me.
So yeah, while we are waiting for that cutscene to finish, we can actually go downstairs
There was nothing you could do.
in the tower and grab that chest, which has, I think it's consistently a standard health potion, a resurrection file, and dog treat. But the biggest thing I think we're interested in for that chest is just the resurrection file,
Go to the coward course.
because they sell for like roughly 2,000. Usually a little less, but the max price is like 2,000, I'm pretty sure.
That's his mastery of the spire and its awful machinery. Come back to the guild.
Which is a not insignificant amount of gold for this run. Okay, so here we are back in Bowerstone Market. We're going to be paying this here bard to play us a little ballad. And while we are having that happen in the background, we are going to be triggering this dialogue here with Jeeves.
Well, well, well. Another offer. Dear me. So many inquisitive minds. So many who wish to know all Lucian's dirty little secrets. Well, everything you want to know is all written down, and I know where. And here's something else that's written down. My price. Don't let anyone else see it. It's my final offer. Take it or leave it. Lucian's diary.
So we have to wait a little bit before we can actually pay Jeeves the 1,000 gold that he wants.
For it in his equally private home. Now, unless you've got a proposition, I suggest you.
Also, looking away from him before he finishes his dialogue tends to help with making the prompt show up a little bit faster.
You have the money. My thanks.
But
It's a juicy little
yeah, I'm gonna be staying in his range just a little bit longer. Actually, we're still in range, like just in general, if we stay in the tavern. Actually, so.
He's far too cowardly to go to Castle.
And we're gonna trophy grind just a quick little bit here. And then this is where we take where we start to like pick some pretty evil options. This one is particularly evil, in my opinion.
You were just a nipper last time I saw you. Running around with that.
Okay. Nope. Then now we get to go back to Bower Lake. Okay. I have player 2 controller ready to go. Because that's gonna come in handy here. Okay, now I just needed to set time control level 2 as, yeah. I'm gonna stop right about here, use time control level 2, and then we're going to activate the second controller. And now we are going to primarily use the second player, charge up a level 4 shock here, release it as Skull is doing its little taunting animation, and then that insta-kills it, basically. Because while it's engaged in one of those like taunting animations, conveniently, there is a bit of a protection for its like vulnerable tendrils that is normally in place for area of effect spells. That is conveniently not in place while they're in those taunting animations. So it's that animation where he looks like he's just kind of walking in place a little bit, or just shuffling his feet or whatever. And then the other one is just literally a laugh.
But it will do you little good without a translation. I trust finding the diary will bring it back to the guild.
No, I should have split.
I will translate it for you.
You can read that, but your eyes are, you know.
I see other worlds than this one.
And in other worlds you can see. I don't understand.
Shh. Westcliff. Lucian is recruiting guards from Westcliff.
Oh, come on. Westcliff's a dump, full of brawlers and thugs. The only thing there is that arena.
The Crucible. Those who win it are physically tough and mentally weak. Lucian is recruiting the winners as guards. You must enter the Crucible in Westcliff and emerge from it victorious. It is the only way into the Spire, the only way to get to Garth and rescue him.
At last, some action. Meet you.
So this is yet another instance of needing to teleport manually. I think we only have like maybe 2 or 3 more after this. It might be closer to 4 or something. I'm not actually sure offhand. But that's not the last time. So yeah, instead of going directly to, you know, Westcliff and all that stuff, well, we gotta go through the Bandit Coast before then, but before we do that even, we have a quest to do here. The evil one that I was in reference to earlier.
Anyone got any cards? 1,
Yeah.
2,
I kind of bungled
that
the
was 3,
first
wasn't
whistle and whistled
Yeah.
again a little too early.
Kinda jump. I don't know.
So that is a
Pretty
slight time
high.
loss, but could be worse.
About time Arthur sent us a card.
So I don't want to go much further than these mushrooms, because we need to wait for this voice line to finish before we can actually go and embark on this evil deed that these bandits want us to do. And if you've played the game before and you know who Giles is, and you know that this is very, very much an evil quest to do. But it is fast, unfortunately. So that's why it's done in the run. Then it also rewards us with 750 renown, which is there's going to be more renown checks. Okay. Thought I had my crossbow out, but I guess not. Okay, so I don't think we are quite renowned enough to get the job done. So what I'm going to do here in the Bandit Coast, actually, is I'm going to do something really, really cheeky.
There is much in them that may interest you when you have.
As this is something I drew inspiration from Fable I for. Which is trophy grinding with these bandits. And with that renown check, being famous enough to use the blow kiss expression, I know that I am at 2,500 renown, which is exactly what I need in order to enter the Crucible. And we are also just kind of, at this point, blazing through here because it just helps us get to the final gate of this area faster. Well, the first and final gate of this particular area. Where I'm also going to be turning safety off really quick. Because I can save a few seconds by killing that highwayman in the middle of that group. So since he's now dead, he won't be able to, say any voice lines after Hammer eventually gets here and breaks the barricade down for us. While I'm at it, I'm going to showcase Ray's dead as well. So I'm going to actually throw these guys onto the other side of the gate. And ideally... yeah, there we go. Now I'm gonna throw a fireball through it. Hammer sure is taking her time.
Doesn't look that tough.
I wonder if I was simply too close up onto it. So yeah, that voice line is normally there, but I think it's normally there actually, but yeah. So this is actually going to be an instance where I'm going to be using a fair bit of Assassin Rush movement via time control.
I've heard place is supposed to be infested.
Also going to be opening this chest, which has a steel cutlass and 2 resurrection files.
Valverine's killed both parents, but the kid survived.
And we got to trigger there's one of the bloody things right there, so we could get through that little cutscene just a bit faster. Because we triggered it at the end of one of Hammer's dialogue lines. So I still have safety turned off. And that's because this lady right here, Lilith, is not quite what she seems to be.
It's all right. You're safe with us. They took my son. Can you show us where they took him? I think so.
That's very normal human lady laughter, isn't it? No, because, surprise, she's actually a Balverine. So, yeah. Doing that, actually, it's not the fastest way to get through that, because, there is a skip you can do with level 4 Inferno that I really need to learn more about, that saves, like, the majority of that entire dialogue sequence that she just had. And also, triggers her to, hostility, basically. It triggers her hostility.
Well, I feel right at home.
So instead of having to escort her in her human form so that she can then pull a haha, you walked into my little trap, we can instead just have her like be completely mask off about it.
Children,
I bring you flesh. Oh, I should have reset that to Vortex earlier. That's okay.
I spent a lot of time underground since I met you. I keep expecting a monk to run up to us. Oh, don't listen to me. I'm just
But thankfully, Inferno did not whiff against those two Balverines.
Why the road has to go through a place like
So
this?
now we are waiting for Hammer to finish her dialogue here before I go and release this Vortex. One more time. Now I want to bring her over here.
Get out of that place quickly.
I can't see any way across that pit. There must be something we can do.
Now I want to set it to Max Inferno.
What are you looking at? Oh, I see it. That pillar looks weak. Right, one bridge coming up. Take those buggers off me.
Are you gonna get into position, Hammer? Thank you. You were taking your time. That was a little bit rude. Oh, we don't get the voice acting here. So yeah, as you can see, this area is pretty darn laggy. Oop. Okay.
Made it.
Many die in their attempt to defeat the Crucible. But defeat it you must if you're to have any hope of joining Lucien's army and getting to Garth.
So we're just making a beeline for the doors to the Crucible, where we will once again not be skipping a cutscene immediately because we need to wait for Hammer to catch up to us.
Look who it is!
Which is most easily done if the camera is not looking behind you.
Go on then. Dog's got to stay outside though.
And so, first thing we're going to be doing is talking to the trader. We're going to be selling that cutlass. We're going to be buying ourselves a... actually, hold on. Let me see just how much more gold I can get here.
Nice buying off ya.
If there's any chance... No chance. Got it. Cool. Alright, so I can just put that out of my head.
Expensive, but what?
I should have
Every bit of
bought and equipped.
No! No! No!
another bit of dialogue. We want to make sure that we don't skip too quickly,
It's your lucky day. Get your ass in
because
there.
that triggers a long
You might want to read
dialogue
up on the
between
rules.
these 5
Not
people
that
here.
most contenders can read.
So, here we are, Mad Dog, poised once again at the gates of bloodshed and greatness as another competitor faces the challenge of the Crucible. Round 1. 3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, this is basically the Fable 2's equivalent to the arena. And this would also be the point in the glitchless run where I would talk about the importance of the excitement meter, but thankfully that doesn't really matter for the unpatched run. So we're just going to instead just be opting to go through each wave of each round as quickly as we possibly can. And I released that vortex just a wee bit too early.
3, 2, 1, go!
There we go.
Perfect round. Well, we promised butchery, and butchery is what we delivered. And there are 7 rounds to go. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, first round was Beatles. This one is Hobbs.
Waiting to impale. Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Medium roll. You can feel the will all the way from up here. 3, 2, 1, go! So they are entertaining.
But, yeah, the excitement meter is actually important for the glitchless run because that is where the majority of our experience comes from in that run.
And if you enjoyed that,
Because that basically acts as the combat multiplier did in Fable 1. But it's exclusive to the Crucible. And so, you know, it's tricky.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's tricky, challenging, but fun.
That'll be the dark bit of remorseless fatality. Oh, nice! It takes more than a good idea like that. It takes 2 eyes at least. Spectacular! Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! But can she use natural magic? Like the cute little... 3, 2, like the creature for which I feel go! Special sympathy. Exciting! Better put it back up quick! Willpowers. Don't you agree, Matty boy? Another scrumptious massacre, and we have 5 more still to come.
So I'm actually going to go ahead and buy potions here. Just for safety's sake.
Round 4. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. Oh, this place brings out the old romantic in me. Of dead trees. You've never been married, have you? I would rather die first, old friend. Speaking of dead, I see something stirring in the water down there. I haven't seen an effective use of in all my crucible years. He's an expert user, all right. Second wave. Yes. 3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, you get to see how Inferno is whipping quite a lot. Rather annoyingly so.
Witnessing here today, and we've 4 more rounds left.
So the Crucible is actually a segment I'm still personally working on. So you're just kind of getting to see me go through it like as best as I can. Like the ways I've figured out like seem to work like quickly and consistently.
Let's just watch the killing, alright? Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Entertaining! Oh, she showed no mercy there! It's a kill! He's not supposed to show mercy. No! You're right there, man, doctor!
So yeah, sometimes these guys really like to hide on the outer edges.
Third wave. 3, 2, 1, go!
They also can take a while to like fully spawn in as well. Ooh, wow, that one surprised me. Okay, so we do still have another bandits round to go. Go through after this. So I'm going to keep Inferno on, you know, my spell mode.
Round 6. 3, 2.
Okay, I want to go to about here, charge up a level 4 Inferno. And then I want to charge up another one. And now I'm going to be primarily utilizing the hazard buttons to take care of the outer bandits.
Spectacular! Third wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Exciting! She's practicing on the shooting. Spectacular! Exciting! Entertaining!
And I think we just need to clear out the outer ring one more time.
Exciting!
And there might be one straggler somewhere else. Oh no, we got it already. I just saw that. I'm the blind.
2 rounds to go. Perfect round. Round 7. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave.
So this round can go by really quickly so long as Inferno doesn't whiff. So I'm taking a bit of a gamble here.
Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Spectacular!
I think that White Balverine back there is going to be ignoring me. So I'm just gonna kill it with a gun.
Astonishing! She's made it to the last round! Perfect round!
And then before I enter the next one, I'm going to quickly set my spell mode up so that I can dispatch the rock troll as quickly as I can, and I do that by using time stop level 3, going into the cutscene to actually trigger the fight, And then after I come out of the cutscene, I'm going to do another time stop level 3. This actually bugs out his spawning in animation. And also, very thankfully, allows us to one-shot him with a max level shock, which is a much safer option to go with than Inferno.
If they were unaware of the precedents.
She's as worthy a competitor as ever competed.
Also, we're going to turn safety off really quick.
Indeed! All that remains is to congratulate our glorious
Because part of what, part of the very end of the run is making sure that we are, like, pretty much as evil as we can be for the shortest dialogue. At least, apparently, the fastest dialogue we have on the English version of the game. Other languages have yet to be tested at this point in time. So, yeah. So we have just a little bit of dialogue with Hammer to sit through before we head our buff little butts over to the
That was fantastic.
The Tattered
I listened
Spire.
to the commentaries every step of the way. I even got in to see a few rounds. That one with the Hobbs, bloody brilliant.
There were two with the
Really
Hobbs
makes me wanna have a
hammer.
round myself.
Which one are you referring to, really?
Yeah, all right. Don't get a big head. You won't fit in the boat.
Well done. Not many make it through the Crucible alive.
The Spire's not going to be much of a laugh.
So conveniently, we actually do have a lot of people out here, which really helps because we have ourselves a pretty high renown granting trophy. And so we're just going to take a
I'll make my way to the docks.
quick few seconds to do a little trophy
So you know where
grinding.
to find me when you're all set to go.
Hannah has a good point. Once you are in the spire, leaving will be difficult.
And now we're going to kill these people.
There are those who still need your help.
Because this is where the evil comes from, for the most part.
Do not get on that ship until you are truly ready to leave your quests behind. Garth isn't going anywhere.
Teresa just spitting some harsh truths.
Ready to start your
You're not evil enough to use the threatened expression.
much got the mainland turn off, have you? Well, here I am to say my goodbyes. You know the last thing I said to my father?
So we've got this little, like, this whole emotional cutscene going on.
I can't remember.
You know, and all the while, we are just committing mass murder in a video game.
That's the funny thing about goodbyes.
Ah, my
You never
goodness.
know when you'll get another one.
This is like where time stop Assassin Rush just starts kind of taking a mind of its own.
You'll do great out there.
Right. No personal effects allowed on board, and no weapons. And no dogs.
Don't worry. I'll look after Furface here. And your stuff as well.
And so you can think of the Tattered Spire as Fable II's equivalent of Bargate Prison. Because that's kind of what it amounts to, really. There is a lot of dialogue, a lot of sitting around, but not so much that you can actually just go to the bathroom in the Tattered Spire, except for, like, this opening cutscene once you get to the start bit where Lucian's talking.
We've done well casting in our lot with Lord Lucian. Whatever he's planning, me and Lil are going to be set for life. I've been with my Lil 13 years, been faithful the whole time. If you could see her, you'd understand why. Name's Bob, by the way. What is that noise? What? I don't just hear it. I can feel it. This place feels...
There we go. Now we can just sit and be lazy. But yeah, unlike Bargate Prison, actually, you do have some level of interaction with it.
The world outside
it being the
these
Tattered Spire.
marvelous walls is a corrupt, rotting.
A lot of it is just going to be making the fastest choices. So, and that's going to depend on, you know, which one, you know, is coming up and everything. So, for instance, we're going to be told to either obey the Commandant or try to resist.
I beg to differ.
As the Commandant will explain, like, there's going to be a very good reason to not resist.
With it,
And it just also happens to waste a substantial amount of time.
Shall be unrecognizable in its
However, we're going to actually be resisting because it will be the faster option between it and waiting 3 minutes.
Through your toil, through your labors, through your conviction that Albion will
So yeah, we're going to be rather...
Do not fear the sound you hear, the throbbing you feel beneath your feet.
Rather not savory.
These sensations
the entire time.
will soon be as familiar as your own heartbeat.
And so long as our heart continues to beat, all that he requires of us is obedience.
Now, sleep.
Also, this is going to be probably an opportunity for me to talk about the fact that there is another option available to us when it comes to resetting our movement speed. Because the Spire is actually full of a lot of, like, slow tiles, basically. Or it's got, like, maybe not a lot, but it's definitely got a few of them. And the way we're going to be resetting our speed when we actually cross over some of these slower tiles is to tap the left bumper. So, like, it does stop our forward momentum for just a little bit, which makes it, you know, suboptimal compared to weapon swapping, but because we don't have any weapons to swap with right now, that is our only option. Well, actually, that's our best option versus, you know, accepting the fact that you would otherwise just move slower than normal. And also, during this whole bit, there is a very low random chance that you can actually have a wandering guard actually walk near that door and lower it, and you can actually save a bit of time with that. But it's, again, pretty rare. I think Boko said he's only had it happen like 4 or 5 times or something like that. Ever?
Hey, it's you! We arrived together, remember? How are you settling in?
Alright, so in this part, yeah. There's also obviously going to be points like this little, you know, walking scene with Bob here, where our movement speed is hard capped.
She'd like the mask any more than I did. They look properly intimidating, but I can hardly breathe in that thing.
Now we are buffering the L trigger
I know what you are.
to initiate this dialogue here with Garth.
It doesn't matter. Your power will do you no good as long as you wear that collar. Be patient.
Don't give me any trouble.
He's not looking quite as willed as he ought to look.
Quiet. Anyway, can't wait to write to Lil, tell her all about it. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
So there, my movement speed was tanked just a little bit. So now we can see him back to running at full speed. It's harder to tell like on the stairs because you naturally run a little bit slower going uphill like that, versus upstairs, I guess I should say. Or maybe it's just visual and it's just the animation is slowed down.
I'm the Commandant. You are recruited.
I need to position myself just a little bit here to save 3 seconds.
It was assigned to you because I have broken 272 recruits before you. You are nothing more.
This should be good. And I'm also facing facing this direction in first person because this will hopefully prevent the Commandant here from doing a 360 and then walking away.
Is to ensure the obedience of guards like you. You will do everything I tell you.
I didn't misspeak.
Failure to obey will cause the device around your neck to activate. This is not a pleasant experience. You will lose your willpower. Your memories and experiences will be drained away.
And pretty dang slowly at that.
Until you submit.
It's a pretty long animation sequence.
Some do it first. A misguided sense of personal honor. You must decide, is your honor really that important to you? Be still.
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Now, look over.
Do another left trigger buffer there. And we can just release the button as soon as he starts talking there.
Until it is complete. This project is ambitious beyond your wildest imaginings. Yet our progress is not a miracle. It is a product of obedience. Let us see how well you have learned. I am going to hit you, and you are going to thank me. Because I tell you to.
And it's faster.
Now, thank me. Obey!
So this clicking you're hearing is me just spamming up on D-pad.
Thank me for your pain. Obey! And once more, thank me. Obey! Excellent. Now, beg. Beg me to show mercy. You do understand the concept, don't you? Good. You learn quickly. That will be all.
So yeah. That was week 1. We are now at week 38. Spyra's looking a little bit less tattered.
Commandant made me talk to a recruit.
I need to move backward over here to start the dialogue with this guard. So that I can just go through this door.
Time has little meaning here.
And then go through this door. And trigger this dialogue with this guard.
Shut it! Ah, there you are. Stand here and guard these maggots till I get back. They're not allowed any food, though, so don't touch the controls or you'll be sorry. I'm gonna grab a quick bite.
Tasty food. Yum, yum.
Obey. You were ordered to withhold food.
So there is a bit of micro RNG here with the voice lines that we end up getting from Lucian here. Some of them are a little bit longer than the others.
If you don't help me, I'll die.
It's not like a drastic difference.
Obey. I command you not to help these men.
Why are you doing this?
I think the fastest one is where he says, obey, let them starve.
I don't want to die here. Help us.
But there's not too much variance.
I command you not to help these men.
At least, I don't think there's too much variance.
Please. The Commandant wants to see you.
Hey, I didn't see Bob at first. You usually see Bob at first.
The Commandant wants to keep this one caged.
Hope Bob's okay. Hope he's, you know, still right and that's still okay in the head. Oh, with this whole, tattered spire nonsense. Oh, he's on the floor. That doesn't look good.
Make you obey. I believe you know this man.
I do. We like him.
Guard
He's Bob.
268. I order you to be quiet.
Through my toil, through my labours, through my conviction,
those who do not obey can be made to. But those who cannot obey are useless. Take this sword.
Dang, I guess I have to take the sword. It's faster.
No. Kill him. You will make an excellent soldier. Dismissed.
Yeah. The price we pay for going fast. Rest in peace, Bob. Many years later, which, according to the Japanese version, is just 10 years. I say just 10 years, like that's a, you know, no small amount of time. That is actually a long time.
Officer 273, report to the Commandant.
You got it, mister.
Construction of the orbit. Investigate the construction site.
You heading to the construction?
And so, yeah. Now we're coming up on the actual escape sequence, which will hopefully not go too painfully. Gonna actually make sure to grab these potions just for safety's sake.
We meet again, hero. You came to rescue me. But you're no good to either of us with that collar on. There. I've removed it. It took me years to focus enough will to destroy our collars and that guard. I've got nothing left. So when trouble comes, it's up to you. The only way out of the spire is through the Commandant's chamber. So ready yourself, and let's move.
Okay. So I'm going to be trying, gonna be gambling a little bit with Inferno here.
Wait, that's the will user! And he's not wearing a collar! Get him!
Die like a soldier! You're capable of such a thing!
Okay. Good so far. I think I need to do a max Inferno here. Because some of these guards actually have more health than the others. Here I think I can get away with a level 4 Inferno. Nice, no ifs.
Ready your weapons, soldiers.
I'm getting really lucky, actually, with these Infernos right now. Oh, I had to say something.
Keep moving, or it's all over.
Oh, no. That's okay.
More of them.
I'm actually going to charge up a max level Inferno here, because I need to wait for these guys anyway, and I also need to wait for the ones to come from downstairs as well. Okay. And now I just need to wait for Garth to start running towards the Commandant's chamber, and now I can follow him without risk of soft locking the game.
I know what you're thinking, but it's not revenge I'm after. Revenge is just a fortunate byproduct. A new load of recruits is being brought in. Take a look. Now we need to find the
Yep, that's another little left trigger buffer.
After all the promise you've shown, you betray me. Lord Lucian will
So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to Shock for the Commandant fight.
And so before he does, I will eliminate you.
Commandant has fallen, and I will...
So basically, to summarize what I was doing for that Commandant fight, I needed to actually wait for the guards to kind of fully spawn in by the time I was releasing my max level shock. And with that,
I think it's safe to say you don't need to protect
I was able to hit both the two guards and the Commandant with the max shock, and then finish off the guards and the Commandant's current health phase with a couple of gunshots from my recently acquired steel clockwork pistol. And now I needed to wait for Garth to say that line, although I'm going to be waiting just a little bit until he's actually moving. I believe, like, going with Inferno could be faster, but with the chance of it whiffing, I just wasn't quite willing to take that risk in this particular run.
I thought I would never see land again. I thank you for your help. Another friend of yours?
Your furry friend has been coming here every day for a week. Hammer is at the inn in Rookridge. You should see her. In the meantime, I will inform Garth of our progress. Take my hand, Garth. We have a great deal to discuss.
So I'm actually genuinely not
Do
sure
I have
why
any
I am
choice?
losing this much time. I'm genuinely unsure why I lost that much time. Maybe my movement was slowed down and I wasn't recognizing it for a while. It's hard to tell sometimes.
If I didn't know better, it is you, you old slag.
So yeah,
Man,
we're gonna go through
You
this
look good considering.
little reunion with Hammer
I
here
can't believe it.
in Rookridge before we go
The bandits really made a mess of Giles's
and
farm.
begin the process of going to find our hero of skill.
You rescued Garth. Took your sweet time, all right, but you did it.
I heard about one of your quests.
I never gave up hope. Kind of hard to when every day someone's whispering in your head about their vision of the hero's safe return. Honestly, there were a few times there I wanted to smack Teresa. Anyway, welcome back. So what was it like in there? As horrible as I imagined? Well, never mind, I'll find out soon enough myself. We're back in business! I'm meeting someone who might have some information on... You know.
Did you see Hammer? She is on her way as well, with the information she's gathered.
Our friend has told me much about you. That night in the castle, your sister, I had no idea. If I'd known, I would have stopped him.
Sorry it took me so long.
We need to get to my tower. The Cullis Gate there will take us to the thief.
Okay, and then this part is going to be mostly auto-scroller type of deal, but it's gonna be a little bit involved. I'll touch on it when I actually get to it, but for the meantime, we do have some more slow walking to sit through.
Follow me. I know another way in.
It really is great to have you back.
Right.
And people say
Nothing
Fable
that
4
makes
is
it
going
could possibly
woke.
Contain any wisdom.
That never helped anybody. And if you swallow it all,
So yeah, we needed to basically just wait until we finally were able to actually fully run. And it usually happens like when she says the line, and when you swallow it all, it can get you killed. Yeah. And then something I ended up learning the hard way, as I think probably even Boko maybe did. I'm not too sure. I don't want to like project my experiences onto anybody else, but you do need to actually go and touch like that top little statue area as part of the progression for this quest. I'll lay down hands. Actually, no, I'll just throw them up. Watch me do it. should be everybody, I think. Yep. Just need to get Hammer up here. Hammer. Hammer. Did I... You can walk on that? Okay, interesting.
I will need to concentrate to start the game. I must rely on the two of you to watch them.
Alright, now this is where the fun part comes in.
Let me know when it's my turn for a break, will you?
Well, almost.
Is that a shard?
Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, well.
Sunset's amazing. That thing's a bloody nightmare.
Ah, darn it.
They're coming up the stairs. I know that's supposed to be comforting, but it's not. It's not allowed. It looks like it's also an army.
So yeah, now I'm just going to be trying to use, now that I have these guards, like, actually kind of aggroing onto my raised dead minions here. They're just going to be, hopefully, aggroed onto them and not Garth, like that first one was. So yeah, I did unfortunately lose a little bit of time, because Garth did get hit a couple of times. And then, I think Hammer was also a bit slow on the Sunset's amazing. That thing's a bloody nightmare voice line. I'm certainly trying, Garth, I promise. Alright, there we go. How did I save that much time? What? Are my splits off? My splits may have been really off. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh no, the color escape malfunctioned. Oh no. So we are stranded in Wraithmarsh.
Can you hear me?
Not exactly the most pleasant of places to be. First of all, because we have old Greg here.
Well, well, well. What have we got here?
And he is not the most savory of characters. Nor is he very sweet, for that matter.
Is it alive? You had a dog with you there, like. It ran off into the fog. The banshees will have it by now. Aye, you've seen the last of that mongrel, I can tell you. Here, you from Bloodstone, eh? No, you ain't got the stink of it about you. 'Tis a wicked place. Would be burnt to the ground if there was any justice. So, what do I do about you? Reckon I'll burn you as well. No, please.
You should be able to hear me now.
The weather. Very peculiar.
You're alive.
Don't you think?
The Culler's Gate malfunctioned, and Hammer and Garth were sent back to the Guild. You've made it to Wraithmarsh. But you're on your own for now.
Well, you're not entirely wrong. Entirely on your own.
But Hammer and Garth cannot reach you. Be wary. The fog here is unnatural. Somehow it dampens the Guild seal. Bloodstone is on the far side of the marshes. I suggest you head there, quickly.
Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So,
Something in the marsh is controlling the
pretty sure we're coming up on our first Banshee of the run.
and using it against
I
you.
think we're going to be fighting 3 more after this one.
We need to find the
There is a
source
strategy
and destroy
to one-shot them, but it's also kind of tricky. It involves some pretty careful spacing. So what I want to try and do is get myself up here, roughly here, I think. Charge up in Max Inferno.
When murderers like you.
Wonderful. First Banshee down.
Well done. But be careful. There may be more, so stay on your guard. I may lose contact with you again because of the fog. This used to be Oakvale.
Ooh,
Though it is
lingering
changed
hitbox from that
radically
bird.
since I saw
That
it
sucks.
And that was a long time ago. It has seen many a cruel deed. 600 years ago, bandits attacked the village and burned it to the ground. The survivors rebuilt their lives, only to have them destroyed a second and final time. A new threat came from within. A reckless young villager made a deal with the forces of Shadow, who took the lives of every other resident at
What?
all of his family.
I've never had that happen there. What the heck just happened?
And now, the marsh has engulfed the village. An oak veil is nothing but a bitter memory.
What is going on with this run? I don't normally get these. This is abnormal behavior for me.
You're about halfway through the marshes now. You'll be in Bloodstone before you know it.
Did I even know that there was such a thing as Elder Hollow Men? I'm not sure if I knew that.
Very impressive. Few survive Banshee attacks.
Oh my goodness, that camera is so needlessly wonky. Oop. Right, I forgot you actually need to be standing still to open those gates. How could I forget something so silly? Alright, well, at any rate, we have made it to Bloodstone. Well, the rise just before Bloodstone. And we're actually going to be taking some detours from this point. Because in order to actually, you know, get the hero of skill, Reaver's interest, we actually need to garner quite a lot more renown.
In Bloodstone, that'll be Reaver's. I suggest you go and make the thief's acquaintance.
So once we get the waterfront here, we can actually go into our map here and start doing some side quests. Specifically, Something Rotten, Mob Squatters, and Evil in Wraithmarsh.
Do you have the skill to win the spin? And find out. I was so...
So we just got a bit more movement over here. Some tight spaces. Very janky movement.
I have a blade with your name on it.
He's got a blade with my name on it. That's oddly specific. But okay. Alright, I want to make sure I have my spells set up here. Alright. I'm gonna try the... Just gonna try the single player strategy here. Wedge myself in between these rocks here. These, I forget what these ones are. Are they stalagmites or stalactites? I can never remember. So I'm basically just gonna be, buffering slow time a little bit here. Until if he does that slam, which knocks me down. And then I'm gonna be doing one more slow time. And then, while he's... Oh goodness, I didn't set it to shock. This could be bad. Oh my god, I was... just like my PB, I got incredibly lucky. Holy moly. That was... Oof. Oh my goodness. Really sketch. So, yeah. That could have gone really badly. Ugh. You really have no idea how lucky I was just then. Unless you have, like, done this before. You have no idea how lucky I was.
You'll be salivating
with excitement with my great spinner box game.
You did it! The smell's gone and business is back. I can finally sell this place. Tell you what, I'll give you a friendly discount if you're interested.
You are now famous enough to use the scary laugh expression.
And now we're going to do Hob Squatters, which takes place in Oakfield. I should probably actually like do another casual playthrough of this game just to make sure that like I'm familiar with the actual lore for the reasons behind we're doing these quests. It's been a hot minute since I last played casually, so the lore escapes me beyond the main story.
Hey! You look like the sort of goes in the cave. What's not when people ask them to?
So yeah, we're gonna be helping out this bloke named Tommy. I guess he wants us to go kill some hobs in his cavern. Or at least that's what he's telling us. Oh, I don't think I got the attention of the other ones. That's unfortunate. That's alright, though. We may do. Now, I'm just gonna stand back here, charge up the level 5 Inferno. Hopefully this boss hob here will actually notice me. But light enough that I can actually, like, one-shot him. I didn't need to pick up that experience. What am I doing? Okay. Oh my goodness, this cave is so tight. Oh yeah, there is one beetle there for some reason. Just hanging out.
You were meant to get eaten, but you killed them.
Oh.
Murderer.
Well, I guess we gotta shoot him now. Goes down like a ton of bricks after a single shot. Yeah, so I guess he was actually just trying to lay a trap for us to fall into, basically. And, yeah. We get a fair bit of renown for this, too. Nope. Okay, now we get to do Evil in Wraithmarsh. And now this one will grant us the, I believe, most renown, but also comes with the highest level of risk. And I'll explain about that in just a little bit, but before I do, I need to actually get the quest started. But before I do even that, what I need to do is I need to pay this bard.
Go from poor to rich.
Mate, come here.
Ah, you're back. I've transformed your latest adventures into epic. I will now sing you my...
You there? Just the kind of woman I was hoping to run into.
Good. I just haven't got the energy to pull them out of their ridiculous scrapes anymore. And I certainly have no wish to see this Wraithmarsh place.
Okay. So with that quest now started, we can, let's see, we need to go to Wraithmarsh and the drowned farm. We need to go find the drowned farm. Actually, no, we need to find the well that is within, or right next to, the drowned farm. Yeah. Where we get introduced to Sam and Max after hopefully pretty cleanly-ish clearing out some Hollow Men. But they are actually modeled after Simon and Dean Carter. They are not self-inserts, they are just some characters that some other devs thought would be, you know, a cheeky thing to implement into the game.
Yes, all right. Help! I don't want to die! Are they all gone? Thank you. Hey, don't we know you? You looked awfully familiar killing Hollow Men.
Simon and Dean Carter, by the way, are the co-creators of the Fable games.
Well, not quite. Go on.
Who do not get anywhere near the credit
You tell her.
that they deserve.
The thing is,
That Peter
we
Molyneux
found this
doesn't.
Cave. We kind of accidentally released a pretty nasty banshee.
It's probably tearing up Bloodstone by now, slaughtering everything in its path.
You have to kill it, please, if Mother finds out.
Yeah, that reminds me. We should really get back to Bowerstone.
Yeah, once it's safe.
Okay. Nope, no. Wraithmarsh. Evil in Wraithmarsh. Yes. And so this is going to be another, like, I'm not too familiar with the exact position for spacing on this one to one-shot it with Inferno. I can sometimes get it, I can sometimes not. If I don't, what I usually end up doing is just relying on gun. See, I think this should do for Max Inferno. Oh, it's not quite far enough. Alright, let's try it. Yeah. Alright, and then before we leave, and also to help us avoid, you know, actually having this quest completely softlock on us, we're going to be killing some time, usefully, by waiting for the guard to, the bard to start performing. Also, sorry for that belch. It was kind of rude. If it came through. I hope it didn't come through, but if it did, I'm sorry. Yep. There we go. Alright, so I think what I can do is trigger the quest completion dialogue here.
Play to win! Ah, you're back! I've transformed your latest adventures into epic ballads that are sure to delight and astonish.
Alright.
Very mysterious.
I will now sing you
Okay, never mind.
You're just like your
I guess I
father,
should have just started the bard
always
first.
chasing some ridiculous
I guess I did that a little bit out of order, but
How that kraken grabbed him by his little legs, twirled him in the air like a baton and swallowed him whole. Honestly, I have half a mind to... Oh, I don't know yet, but you won't like it. A lifetime of worry I've had because of you two. They won't tell me what happened. Did they cause any trouble?
Seen a champion like this. The hero brought carnage and
There's
oodles of
something you're not
bliss.
telling me. But my boys are safe, and I didn't have to chase after them
cheered
through a
the
swamp.
winner,
That's the
then
main
they
thing.
went home to
You are now famous enough to use the kiss my ass expression.
Okay, now, wait, how much renown do I have, actually? I do have enough, okay. Wonderful. So now we can actually return to Bloodstone, the waterfront, and go and meet with Reaver. Who is, and I'll say again, and people say, Fable 4 is going woke.
There's a job opening nearby.
Oi, love. You got business with me?
Well, hello there. Always a nice surprise to have company. I don't get many visitors to my little coastal paradise. You must be looking for someone, and who else could it be but me? A celebrity of your stature is bound to seek out fellow luminaries, after all. Oh, come. You didn't think anyone could escape Lucian's spire and prance around my kingdom unnoticed, did you? I even know why you're here. No doubt you've heard of my astonishing abilities and expect me to join you in some half-cocked mission to take Lucian down. How am I doing so far?
You're pretty much right on the money, Reaver.
But here... No, in a hurry.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, deliver the seal over there to the Shadow Court in Wraithmarsh and we'll talk more. There's a good girl. Just come back and see me when you've dropped it off at the Shadow Court. Tatty bye. Are you really suggesting my terms are anywhere near that low?
The Shadow Court.
So yeah, by making sure that we had at least 20,000 renown going into that room, we actually saved a whole other bit of dialogue with him. So, yeah. It's good stuff. Okay, and then this is going to be the final Banshee of the run, and we don't have the annoying fog to completely obstruct our vision of it for a little bit.
I have seen.
There we go. Okay. We actually got the Banshees all pretty well. I will take that. See, it's like the Guild Seal, but it's dark. I wonder if that's why it's called the Dark Seal. Hmm. Excuse me, fellas. Shadows. So, this whole little gauntlet is just a whole bunch of shadow enemies. I think it goes from Hobbs to Bandits to Belverines. Also, wow, this is actually going really cleanly, actually. Holy cow, that was like really clean. Also, lol. the max vault, I guess.
Please.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like my fastest shadow chord, probably.
We were reading from this really old book we found. It had all these strange words. Then there was this bright light.
Wow, that was so fast.
Up here. Where are we? I'm so scared. I just want to go home.
Hello, not Teresa.
Welcome. 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 One of you carries the Dark Seal. But there are two. Only one is required. One will trade their youth and beauty so that the King of Thieves may retain his. This is the bargain we honor. The rules cannot be broken. We will take whoever bears the Dark Seal. You must choose quickly.
So, despite being told that we must choose quickly, the fastest decision is actually to choose slowly to keep the seal and not give it to this poor girl. I know. I know. Our hair is going to be dyed even though we have no hair at the moment. And then our eyes are going to be made all glowy and like kind of lasery in a way. It kind of matches the Will aesthetic, honestly.
But when the sacrifice is done, we will come. This he knows.
You are truly selfless. You sacrifice yourself for the sake of a stranger.
Now we need to
Reaver
go
must
back to
fulfill his part
Bloodstone.
of your bargain.
Bloodstone Mansion. Holy cow. That Shadow Court was so fast. That was way too clean. Holy cow.
I imagine your return to Reaver will be eventful. Once we have Reaver, your path leads straight to Lucian.
Yeah, Teresa knows what
no
she's
going
talking
back.
about, because poor Barnum.
If you have left anything unfinished, now is your last
This is
opportunity
just how
to
much of a
resolve
good
it.
shot Reaver is, by the way. I'm standing in front of him. So, like, surely I can block the
We're
bullet
done.
with myself, right?
Me?
Exactly like you, sir. In 3 months, the picture will be developerized and...
3 months? That's no good.
Rest in peace, Barnum.
But oh dear, not as vivacious as you once were. Those judges can be a nuisance, can't they? You have my eternal... Sorry, am I boring you?
All right, what exactly was that?
Reaver, the city's under attack! By a bloody army!
Right, I'm leaving. Coming along?
What do you suggest we do, Reaver?
I recommend we flee down this rather handy escape tunnel.
Okay. Rather handy escape tunnel. Got it. I would love to go down this rather handy escape tunnel. You weren't blocking me. So yeah, we have one more little cave gauntlet of movement to go through.
Smugglers built these tunnels ages ago. I don't think they've been used for about 300 years.
You know, I almost wonder if that's supposed to be the Archon Shrine.
Wait a minute now. I came through here.
Nope, not quite.
If Lucian gets his hands on either of you, it's the end of everything.
Yep.
Beauty. Dragon Stomper 48. I'm not all that lucky.
Okay, please, please, please. There we go. Come on. Yes, thank you. Alrighty. Sorry, that's a bit of a rough bit of movement.
She was right. They're here. Good to see you again. Hope we didn't miss too much.
Sounded like a massacre. Are all the soldiers gone?
Far away, I hope. I don't know how much more killing I can stand. Balverines and bandits behind every rock and tree. And everyone I killed, 2 more take its place.
You're all quite fascinating. I'm touched. I'm also leaving. Oh, yes. 3, 2, 1. And any other lurking nasties in the tunnel will now have a bit of a headache. Which means I've just saved us all. Aren't I nice? In a few moments, I'll be sailing away to safety on my escape.
Barring any sort of polygonal interlopers.
No, the way I see
Oh.
it, we're even. Toodaloo.
Speaking of polygonal interlopers.
Or not. Right. Well, plan B.
Yes, so this is the true final boss. This is the proper, well, not proper final boss fight, technically speaking. I'm sure you could argue, you know, propriety till the heat death of the universe. Okay, we're good.
I know it has one. Old Kingdom artifacts respond to the will. I just have to find those.
Hey Garth, you might be in for a shocking revelation here.
Must be a way. Nothing seems to work.
You should get Angie, Garth.
Unless
You shoot lightning from your fingies. There you go.
long sustained attacks. It's the only way to bring it down.
This would be much more sporting if you could make it show us this dirty little secret again.
Very good. Yes!
You're not worthy of that uniform. That's got one.
We can't hurt it while it explodes like that. We need more lightning.
And there we go. Finish it off with a gunshot for the kill. And now we need to wait for Reaver to pop up over here. And now they can begin their dialogue.
We did it!
Now that's teamwork.
Yes, such fun. And with that, I'm off. Bye.
Bye.
You can't leave now. We need you.
Welcome, Reaver.
Delighted to be.
Unless Lucian is defeated, you will lose your bargain with the shadows and your youth. Come with me.
Oh, this sounds like a barrel of laughs. Blind, eh? I would have preferred mute.
Okay, and now we get to do we get to sit through a cutscene, and after the cutscene, we get to sit through another quick cutscene. Then we get to do some movement, and then we get to sit through another cutscene, and then we get to run through a hallway, and then up some stairs, and then we get to sit through another cutscene.
But give a beggar 1,000,000 gold.
And then we will finally be able to deal the finishing blow to Lucian. And then we will watch more cutscenes.
Stand in the center. You represent that which binds the three together. Strength, skill, and will. Together you will call forth the great weapon that will defeat Lucian.
So now we just... do what exactly?
Bloody hell. That hurt.
I agree.
Well, I did enjoy making that pretty light with you, but with that done, what happens now?
I don't know. We crossed beyond the far edge of my knowledge when she stepped into the center.
Wait, where's Teresa?
Well, this can't be good.
Heroes. Enough power to build a new world, and you waste it trying to save the old one.
You're Lucian.
Open your eyes, Lucian.
So I think I may actually be evil enough to get away with choosing the dog option.
Soon they will be buried under the new kingdom.
But I'm not sure how the dialogue compares as far as Teresa is involved.
Your fall will be hard indeed.
Deal still
So I'm just going to go with what is known to be the fastest option of taking the gold
Shut it!
at the as the final wish in the spire.
And so I shall. And you as well.
So, unfortunately,
Your fortune-telling friend.
in a typical speedrun, we do not revive the dog.
I merely listen.
But, well, for something like a marathon...
the dark and found your body that night.
We can
I let the bloodline flourish.
Save the frames.
And you have flourished.
Save the people.
But this time is different.
Or save the
The
dog.
last of the heroic blood will flow out onto this hilltop. Pitiful creature. Misguided and weak. The last time I killed you, it tore my heart out. Of course, you were only a child. But then, so was I.
Death is not your destiny today, little sparrow.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that, like, a single gunshot that does hardly anything, like, to us from a gameplay perspective suddenly just kills us.
Mum and Dad have gone out.
The same way it failed to do so, you know, in the very beginning of the game.
Come on.
Only now we get to, we have the benefit of Chekhov's music box. Well, not yet. We'll get there. In just a quick little bit here.
It's nothing, little sparrow.
Come on. I would like to run, please. Can I please run?
Back to bed. There's nothing fun to do here now. Where are you going? Are you mad? It's dangerous out there.
Oop. A little stretch of movement here is kind of tricky. It's kind of... You must go down Snake Way. That's not a... That's a reference to Dragon Ball, not a euphemism.
Castle Fairfax looks so nice in the snow. If only we could live there.
Perhaps that could be arranged.
You can fit so many donation readings into this cutscene. Slams top of car.
For centuries, this academy trained the most supremely gifted sons and daughters of Albion, bound together by the blood that flowed in their veins.
But, kind of looks like I may actually PB out of this run.
Can you feel the power coursing through?
I'm not too sure how my movement was going into that little, into this cutscene, but I should still, like, be able to PB at the end of this.
I could have stopped him!
That was something else. Best crucible in years.
A classic performance that will be remembered for all time.
Or at least as long as there are people around to remember it.
You will make an excellent soldier. Dismissed.
The rules cannot be broken. We will take whoever bears the dark seal.
But oh dear, not as vivacious as you once were. Those judges can be a nuisance, can't they?
The last time I killed you, it tore my heart out. Of course, you're only a child. But then, so was I.
You have passed the test. Your rewards are the opportunity to confront your enemy and the means to destroy him.
How convenient.
Take the box and go to him.
abilities are trivial compared to the spot, which will soon be mine.
I don't feel like sleeping. I feel like completing this run.
What? What is that? What are you doing? You think a mere
So yes, the very box. I do find it kind of fitting that the box that he says is of no interest to him
Think about what you're doing.
is the thing that ends up being his undoing.
I will put an end to chaos. Stop now, you fool! You insect! I order you to stop! Sleep! I command! Sleep! Sleep!
Now we are mashing Y. There we go.
Oh, I thought it'd never shut up.
Lucian's dead. So, what happens now?
Now, it is time you gained your reward. Your gift for saving the world from a madman's selfish dream. The spire has awakened, and it still has the power to grant one wish. Yours. Come. Take my hand.
It's all right, little sparrow. Don't be afraid.
You stand in the heart of the spire, as the Archon of the Old Kingdom did thousands of years ago. Now it is your turn. Make a wish, but choose wisely, for it will affect all of Albion. Sacrifice. You may choose to revive all those who died in the spire's making.
This is the good option.
It is a selfless gift. Your only reward will be the gratitude of Albion. Love. Those dearest to you, even your faithful dog, will be restored to life. But their lives come at the cost of the countless innocents who died in building the spire. Or wealth. More gold than you can imagine, to spend on whatever pleases you.
This is the purely evil option.
And all the spire's prisoners will remain dead, and will not witness your newfound affluence. What will you choose? So be it. When you return to land, you will find wealth beyond the measure of man.
It's
and
not that
those who
much.
might declare you selfish or callous will be able to do little but bemoan their losses and seethe with envy.
Moan, seethe, mauled. Teresa.
Yes, a wish was made, and the world will bear its consequences.
Excellent choice. I'd have done the same.
Reaver agrees with your choice. Is that how low you've sunk? All the dreadful things you've done, I figured whatever it takes to get Lucian, so be it. But this, you know what? I pity you.
Yes, but on to more important matters. What about me? What do I get? Cash would be nice.
That is up to you. I can send you anywhere from here. What do you wish?
I wish to return home, to Samarkand.
Oh, I've never been to Samarkand. Hot nights, exotic substances, and uninhibited people.
It's nothing like that.
Trust me, I'll find the exciting bits.
Fine, but stay out of my way. Hammer?
No, I'm done. I know why we got attacked in the cave the day we met. You brought those hollow men in with you. 2 monks would have found nothing, but a warrior finds battle, always. I want to go north, study with those warrior monks. I was so sick of avoiding violence. Now I'm sick of causing it.
Goodbye, hero. I simply can't thank you enough for dragging me into this mess. Oh, I should tell you, I do have to make the occasional sojourn back to Albion. I have an obligation to some friends in Wraithmarsh.
I had my doubts about you at first, but I'm glad we met, and we shall meet again. You can count on it.
Guess I'll leave Albion to you. Not like I can do anything about it. You did some amazing things. Shame about all the rotten stuff. I guess this will be our last goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Farewell, Hammer. And now it is time for you to leave. The world is yours.
And
to
time
enjoy.
ends on the black screen
But the
after
spire
Teresa says be
is
gone.
mine.
So right about
Be gone.
time. Woo! But yeah, that was a Fable II Unpatched Any percent speedrun. Hopefully, commentary was able to be followed pretty okay. Hopefully it was somewhat informational, somewhat, you know, if not, you know, at the very least, somewhat cozy. I do try to maintain a cozy atmosphere as much as I can. But, yeah. Hopefully this was an enjoyable enough commentary. Hopefully I was not too off base with some of it. I am still pretty kind of new to the run in quite a few regards, but this is still a really good time. Considering my very first time was like 4.5 hours? 4 hours, 37 minutes or something like that. Yeah, this is a very, very good run, I would say. Had some interesting, like, time losses. I'm not too sure where I lost as much time as I did in the Tattered Spire, or how I saved as much time as I did in the Cullis Gate. And then the fact that I got as lucky as I did again with the Something Rotten troll, just like in my PB before. Anyway. And that Shadow Court, oh my god, that Shadow Court was so fast. But anyway, yes. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.